The prosecution in the murder trial of Trezell and Jacqueline West is expected to rest its case this week. The California City couple is charged with second-degree murder in the death of their adopted sons, Orrin and Orson. This morning, the couple's other children took the stand. 23 ABC's Veronica Morley shares what they had to say.
A former foster child of the West testifying to alleged abuse, and the couple's other children going back and forth on the stand left many wondering what exactly took place in the Cal City home. On Monday, the prosecution calling a 16-year-old former foster child of Trezell and Jacqueline West to the stand. The teen lived with the Wests for about a year in 2016, before Orrin and Orson were placed with them. During his testimony, he said he was placed with the Wests along with his two foster brothers, the West's other adoptive children. The teen saying that his younger brothers would be punished by Jacqueline West if they didn't eat their food or cried. He said this often involved screaming at the children. He testified that when the boys cried, Jacqueline would hold them down until they stopped. Demonstrating the hold, the teen said she placed her arms around the child's neck and torso and her legs fastened around the child's legs. He said this hold could last from minutes to hours. Before he finished, the teen said he wanted to stop it but was too young. The defense pointing out that while in the West's care, the teen had his own room, plenty of food and personal belongings, and when he finally told police about what happened, the teen confirmed in court that what officers wrote in their report wasn't exactly what he told them. The prosecution also calling to the stand the West's other children and comparing their testimony to what they told police back in December of 2020. The prosecution arguing they believe that Orrin and Orson were killed long before they were reported missing, based on statements the other children made to law enforcement that night. In body-worn camera footage from those interviews, the West's older adoptive son told officers the last time he remembered seeing the boys was back in their Bakersfield apartment. But on the stand, the 10-year-old went back and forth, stating many times that Orrin and Orson were in Cal City, that Orrin slept in his room, and that they helped decorate for Christmas. In a recording of the West's younger adoptive son, he told law enforcement that Orrin and Orson were in Cal City for a day before they left. But in court, the 9-year-old said they were there for a long time, and he remembered sharing a room with Orrin. Then the couple's 9-year-old biological son took the stand, often answering he did not remember when asked about that night or previous testimony. Now, during cross-examination, the defense attempting to clarify some of the statements made on the stand, as well as asking the children their favorite memories of Trezell and Jacqueline. The court is set to resume Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. In Bakersfield, I'm Veronica Morley, 23 ABC, connecting you.